Thanks for staying with us. Last week, we discussed the Bobrisky and Very Dark Man saga. From then till now, there has been a lot of updates from Very Dark Man, Bobrisky, and the EFCC boss being invited to the House of Representatives to discuss the 15 million naira bribery. For Bobrisky, the central figure was absent from the hearing. However, his lawyer appeared on his behalf. These and many more is what we're going to be discussing today. I know it's Independence Day, and this has been trending. Everybody's at home, so you can join the conversation and call us on 08107641679 or 09024163440. Tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourView TVC on X. So, the Bobrisky saga, and I would like to start by calling on Honorable Nima to dramatize what happened at the House of Reps. Tell us, how did it go?
Okay, so yesterday was the date for the invitation to all parties involved in the audio expose that a Very Dark Man had released. And so Very Dark Man himself arrived at court early yesterday in company of his lawyer and his usher.
Okay.
Chaperon, usher. Shawon guy.
Or Waymaker.
Waymaker,
Okay.
That's better. Because he tirade rapper.
Wow.
It's a bear. You ring bear to invite the gods into this meeting. And so he went in after dramatizing with his Edo native attire and a glove. He wore that glove. Also took some whatever ointment from the Waymaker to prepare for his entrance, after which he entered. He came before the House, initially insisted that he wasn't going to say anything until Bobrisky was present. Bobrisky's lawyer informed the House that Bobrisky was unavoidably absent because he was ill. And I think he added a medical report. I can't remember for sure now. And the House refused to believe him because several House members kept probing why Bobrisky would not show up.
Why would he be absent?
He insisted that he would not talk. His lawyer also introduced himself in a very embarrassing way to the bar by saying that he's a lawyer, he's also a troublemaker before the lawmakers.
Wow.
You know, when we take our profession as a clout-chasing affair. And, you know, he was there as a professional representing somebody in a serious matter, and he should have conformed himself. But he went there and dramatized, clout-chased again. And the House corrected him. One honorable member stood up on the floor and insisted that he should take out troublemaker business because this was serious business before the House. And so they started the hearing. In one of the videos released, I saw Very Dark Man apologize to the Falanos, to Femi Falana particularly, on the floor of the House, and said he hated the fact that their name became muddled in the entire affair. And he continued with his speech. Also in that hearing, he used the opportunity. It was almost as if they didn't know how serious
the matter was.
Coming before the lawmaker. So there are people in civil service who have been wronged. There are people in different aspects, communities whose communities have been taken over, who write to the House every time. I remember when Satellite Town Forum was before the House of Reps on the issue of tank farm and what we were suffering. We will not go there and go and be saying we are a troublesome lawyer or we don't know what we came for. You know, when you are before the House, it is serious matter. It is enough that the House left the serious business of lawmaking to hear you. Because now, when you release an audio, you indicted the EFCC, you indicted the custodial and correctional service, you indicted the Minister of the Interior, you indicted several offices. And it was serious enough that the House gave you a platform. When you go there, whether or not Bobrisky was seated, you state your case.
Yes.
You release your evidence. The evidence that you have put before the House has been judicially noticed by the courts. And that's the seriousness of the matter. But when they go there, everybody's just acting film, you know, just feeling important. Everybody just doing anyhow things. Lawyer self could not even, you know, advise his client. Everybody just doing things anyhow. He went there and he used the opportunity, which I would have loved if he was comporting himself rightly, to have addressed the Bono flood. And, you know, if you have evidence, additional evidence that the governor is not doing enough for his people, you have called out the governor that is not doing enough, you have asked the House of Reps to look into it, add your evidence, because those are the people who have oversight functions in certain places. It's not like our town people call us, let me go and disgrace my dad.
Town's meeting.
That kind of thing. It's not town's meeting. It is lawmaker, the lawmaking body we have elected into office that have called you and an opportunity to talk to Nigerians in a very more authorized capacity. So you go there as a serious business. When I was a child, one of my uncle was PS, I think Ministry of Works or so at the time. And I saw how they would sit down writing to memos that they were going to the house to. So when I see people going to the house, I expect, it's a tough matter.
There's a sort of decorum.
There's a decorum that you carry. You take them as serious as you want them to take you. You don't go there to dramatize, but it was a free-for-all affair with the supporters on Twitter, of course, Helen and some people, you know. It's just such...
But do you think that the lawmakers should not even have involved themselves inside in this issue? It's a probe, like they have inaugurated a probe. There are so many things happening in Nigeria right now that I'm wondering what concerns lawmakers with Bobrisky
into this sort of matter.
You know, it is the government that should institute a probe like they have done. Probe EFCC.
Then maybe the courts will handle it.
The video or the audio, do investigate.
And clean it up.
You, House of Rep, hunger there for land, though. You can't invite these people. And when you get there, no one did not even appear. Okay, when you invited them, to what end? Just to hear their story? Because what has happened is everybody is free to watch and is soap opera.
Yeah.
For all of us, it's a soap opera. For those who are interested, you are laughing. We are all laughing. So when you laugh, you forget your problems, which are many.
And you go back to them after they laughed, and are you laughing all day? Mariam, let me hear.
So for me, I hear you both, and I also agree that the way that gathering was conducted seemed quite unprofessional and quite inappropriate is the word. But I think we also forget why that was called. And it's because of the caliber of people involved, that's why we think that this was really a show of drama. But the real issue is about the correctional service and what is allegedly, described as preferential treatment towards Bobrisky. So it's not about Bobrisky and VDM and social media gist. It's because those people are, are involved in something that is so serious that affects us all. How did the correctional service conduct itself? What exactly did it do? Did it really give preferential treatment to Bobrisky, and why? That was why that meeting was held. Secondly, EFCC too was called into this. Did they collect any bribe?
They said no.
They didn't come.
So these are the things.
EFCC was there.
So that's the reason why we were there. But the way that they conducted themselves, I feel that the members should have insisted on proper behavior. I see the Oyinbo people now, no matter how big you are, billionaires have sat in front of their reps and they have sat with all humility. They understand that they are before authority. And you are able to defend yourself respectfully. There, I saw really it was just a show of drama and everything. But also, the members themselves it didn't occur, for me, I didn't see like they thought it was a big deal. Because they were laughing alongside. They thought it was some of them.
It's a full arena kind of sitting. So everybody can be laughing. It doesn't necessarily make every lawmaker the one laughing.
I don't know,
they came with their crowd.
But what we saw was, it seemed like the members as well were standing for it. After all, they could have stood up, they could have stopped the hearing and say, go back, you and your lawyer, when you're ready to conduct yourself properly, you come back here and you speak to us. This is not social media, this is not a game, this is not YouTube, this is serious business concerning Nigerians, and that is why you're here. So I feel that they did not give them also that idea of this is a serious place. But we have to discuss correctional service giving preferential treatment, although we're hearing different things. What I even find even more embarrassing is the fact that the officer that was said to have been suspended say, me too, as soon as I hear and as I hear him. If I was suspended, would I be standing before you in my uniform? Those are These are
He heard it on social media.
Yes, he heard it on
Can you
social media
imagine?
just like we did. So it shows you that the people that are supposed to be doing serious things
Are not doing
serious things. You see this banter we have on social media. That's what they have. It's telling me that that's what you're having in the offices.
Yes.
That's what you're doing. There's nothing that's serious anymore. There's a lot that needs to be done. And that is why the country is failing. It's not all these big things. Oh, this one. It's that in the little everyday things, in the papers, in the conduct, your behavior every day, if you're not able to do this properly, how would you know when you get intelligence that some people are reading? How would you even hear? Because everything you're taking as if it's banter. There's a serious problem in this country.
Yes, so
everybody
we
needs
laugh
to pick
with
up.
everything.
Yes.
So I personally feel that that issue shouldn't have gotten to the House of Representatives, as far as I'm concerned. We have bigger issues in the country that they need to sit for. They need to pay attention to. They need to have their hearings for, not this sort of case. This case, like YK rightly said, should have been handled by the organizations supposed to be involved. The prisons, the probe should be going on now for the prisons. If the suspensions are actually done, it should be done properly, not somebody coming out to say, as you hear suspension, as so me I hear suspension, you know. And the caliber of people involved, shouldn't have, you know, gotten to a point where the House of Reps members are involved in that. You know, there are certain people in the society where you just, it's not like you wash your hand off, but you allow the law take its course. You know that you pay attention to, okay, the police, what are people doing about this? The correctional center, what are people doing? AFCC, what are people doing about? You don't need to bring them in, because bringing them in is like calling for a circus, knowing the caliber of people they are. They are basically entertainers. So when they come to your front, except of course you have institutionalized in such a way that you are serious-minded, they will perform. What I saw there was just performance. This one we perform, that one we perform, everybody is performing, and we are laughing. It seems like we are not serious, and that's why the young people will not take you serious, will not take your position serious, because you are not showing the seriousness of the matter. It should be a thing of prestige to sit in the house and call somebody to come and defend themselves, and they are jittery, they are shaking, they are coming, they know it's serious work, they are putting their evidence together, they are coming to prove their case. It should be as serious as the courts, if you ask me.
Yes, now, sure you don't remember that one that, this Niger Delta business.
Yeah.
That was
Off your mic.
Yeah.
That was fake
Off your mic.
Okay.
No, off your mic.
Off your mic.
He was there. Yeah.
It was House of Rep people now, Abi, was it not?
Yeah.
So I wanted to...
Let me, before I come to you, Nima, we have Dr. Moyo from Ojo. Good morning, Dr. Moyo.
Yeah, good morning. I'm happy independent today with your view.
Thank
The
you.
thing is that what is paining me is that we have other serious national issues, more important than BBM and Bob. They are irrelevant. There are other agencies that can address those issues without it coming to the House of Reps. There are things that all should be fixed. Petroleum price is going up. We are in October. I just hope by December it's not reached 2,000 naira.
Hey.
There is increase in food stock. Nothing about that one. We are talking about the battles or whatever is irrelevant issues that other agencies are fixed. Yes, I'm not saying they are not important. They are equally important. But because these issues are opening up other issues like onions. The more you open it, the more other issues come up. Yes, but there are agencies to address that. But not that you will put, you will see like
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Moyo.
Let me quickly address this issue of whether they should have. So there are several committees before, committees created in the House to address certain issues. Okay. The House committee that addressed this issue is addressing a financial issue of 15 million naira bribery controversy between Bobrisky and the correctional at the EFCC, as well as some payments for the correctional facility. The committee is the House committees on financial crimes and reformatory institutions. That's just a section of all the lawmakers within the House of Reps. Now, that body, other bodies are doing other business that you consider serious. That body is just in the limelight instead, because the news is in the limelight.
Okay, so they have
and
to
so, yes, it is the people who have come, just as Mariam said, that were allowed to get away with misbehavior. And that House committee shouldn't have allowed such misbehavior because it demeans the importance of that House committee. There are several somebody has to look into this issue of bribery within the EFCC.
Exactly.
And it cannot be the EFCC looking into itself. Yes, there are other bodies that might look into, but as our representatives on the side of the lawmakers in their oversight capacity, they should be looking into it on our behalf.
Exactly.
But when they are looking into it, how do these people comport themselves before the House?
Should they have made the hearing public?
Yes.
Yes, it has to
for
be.
Nigerians.
For the
because
public,
we would have accused them.
It didn't
of
involve a
colluding.
child.
Yes.
It didn't involve a child. I don't even see anything it should be private for. But House committees abroad have called Meta. What's the name of that guy?
Yes.
Zuckerberg.
Yes. Recently, they called this one on TikTok. And you will see these guys in their billions, G3 before the House.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they know what the House wields. There's a C finish that we have for the House. And it was allowed yesterday. It shouldn't have been allowed. If very dark man with his evidence cannot comport himself dignifiedly, he should have been walked out of the House. And his evidence that he has already made public will be sought out through security agencies. Because that evidence where you hold, you will bring it before the court.
Yes,
But one thing he missed and his lawyer missed is that evidence given on the floor of the House is judicially noticed by any lawmaking body, especially the courts. You are not coming before the House, something that the court can say we have noticed it, it's public knowledge that you can come because it's an authority that brought it out. You are coming there, everybody does do body and
playing.
I don't understand.
But who allowed them, make them do body? Not be the House people were allowed.
They talk
Them allowed them because you two that you called them, you couldn't have taken it as a serious
matter.
thing. And I mean, for me, I was watching TVC this morning, and they were taking the floods in Jigawa.
Yeah.
That is a serious issue.
Yeah.
That is what I want House of Reps to probe.
But they are different committees.
They are
different committees. They
that.
are
Yeah,
probably that one is not on social
They
media.
on camera on that one.
Yes.
That one news item. They're on camera.
Yes,
on
true.
BDM and Bobrisky.
I'll take this call and then we'll go on a break. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. So we have Adeosun from Shomolu. Good morning, Adeosun.
How you guys doing?
We're doing amazing.
Yeah, I really like your view.
Thank you.
You guys you've been contributing to national development. At least you've been sharing ideas, and people are really, reshaping their views and thoughts. Concerning the issue on ground, the committee that is trying to investigate this issue, they are actually jumping the gun. They couldn't have made any attempt to pick interest in those issues. The issue of a very dark man and all that, they are individuals. Bobrisky is an individual. Why would the committee be interested in individuals? And moreover, this matter was shared on the air and people were picking it up, people were sharing opinions. That aside, the EFCC as an institution has its own headship. They have their own personalities or officers they need to investigate. Likewise, the collection centers, they have their own institutions in which they can also investigate their officers as well. By the time they have been able to reach a conclusion at a point in time, then the matter can be taken up at another level. But at this stage that the so-called, committee, they actually jumped the gun. Before you know it, we might not even see the end of the issue again. So I think they should step it down and allow those institutions, they've been empowered. That's the reason why we should always give strength, power to institutions, not personality or organization of that nature. They should allow the EFCC to reach conclusion. Likewise, the commission too, to see to those matters. As soon as they are done with those things, then the committee can come in and try to even make their own position. They should not jump the gun. We have the court, we have the judiciary. So what are they doing? So they should step it down. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be taking a breather here. When we come back, the conversation continues. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.